What's going on everybody, my name is Rico, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my channel is about vlogs, series and tutorials. And in this episode of Hunter Thursday, we're going to change some skin colors. Right, so last week I posted a video, a tutorial about me editing a picture of Lisa, her horse. And Gavin Stirling sent me a comment. He said, I really want to use Darktable and find your tutorials really easy to understand and follow. Well, thank you very much. I would be particularly interested in tutorial regarding color balance corrections, especially when skin tones aren't quite right. I've shot mostly in JPEG in the past, so not a good start. Now shoot in RAW, as I understand it's easier to make corrections. Many thanks for your video. Well, firstly, you're very welcome. I'm happy my tutorials can help you along the way. Secondly, you're absolutely right. It's easier to edit pictures that are shot in RAW, but especially for you, I'm going to edit two pictures which are JPEG pictures. Let's get behind the computer and let me show you guys how to adjust the skin colors in Darktable. And this is the picture that we will be working with. I'm going to use two. This is the other picture and this is the end result as well of this picture. So let me go back to the previous picture and now let me show you guys how I started. If I click on the original right here on the left side, you see that the initial image is very blue-like. It's got like a blue type of cast over it. I'm going to change that. First I'll compress the history stack so that everything that I've done to the picture is undone. So this is the original with the blue cast over it. And I'm going to easily adjust the skin tones by using the white balance module, which is over here. If you don't see the module, please go to more modules and find it in the list down below. And for this, what we're going to do is we're going to check the preset and we're going to change it from camera to spot. That will allow you to draw a spot. If it doesn't allow you to drag a spot, please go to the color picker and make sure that this is set to area instead of point. So for me it's set to area, so that's a good thing. And now what I want to do is I want to just slightly create an area over here on her eyeball, which is the widest part of this picture. And now you see that Darktable has adjusted her skin tone color based on the white balance. So all I did right now is change the white balance. So that's one way to do this. It's a very easy way, one click, and then suddenly the image looks a lot different than it did before. Let me show you a before and an after. So this is the image that we started with. And this is the image after I applied the white balance module. So now let's go to picture number 2. It's a lot more work for that one to change everything, but I hope you guys liked it. Let's go. And this is the second picture and this is the end result. Let me show you guys what we started with, which is this. Her skin tone is very pale. The reason why I chose this picture is because her skin tone is very pale. So let me undo everything. Let me first show you guys how the end result will look. So it's going to look like this. It's going to have a lot more color in her face. So let me go to the original, hit the compress history stack. And for this we are going to use the color balance module. It's over here. Now remember that most of the skin tones are based in the highlights and the midtones. So that's the area that we are going to work with inside the color balance module. But before we do that, we need to apply a mask to make sure that we only change this area right here. And for that, I'm going to use two masks. The first one is a drawn mask and the second one is a parametric mask. I showed you guys how this works before, but for the entirety of this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys again. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to click this symbol, which will allow me to add a path. And I'm just going to click inside the image and then just move along this way. It doesn't have to be very precise because we will be blurring out the mask. For now, I'm going to drag this along her face. I'm not going to speed up this part because I'll be done in a minute. There we go. Alongside her hair, because I don't want to change the color of her hair. So there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Then over here, like so. And then you hit the right mouse button, so it will close the mask. And now the mask has been selected. And what I want to do now is I want to figure out the tones over here. So I'm going to the parametric menu, which is below, and I'm going to click the U, the H from U, and I'm going to use the color picker. And with the color picker, I'm going to just move it inside her face, like so. And what I want you guys to focus on is this part right here. As I'm going to change this point around, you will see that the two lines are moving around in the parametric menu as well. And that shows me where this color is in that area. So I know it's somewhere between here. So I'm going to place the output over here. I'm going to place this point closer as well, till about here. And I'm going to do the same with the input. I'm going to place it directly under the other one. I'm going to drag this one in as well. And now you might think, well, what did you do? I can't see what you're doing. For that, I'm going to hit a small little icon, and that will show me what the mask is. That icon is the little yellow spot over here. So if you click it, Darktable now shows you what will be affected. Her eyes will be affected as well, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm not really bothered about that. And you can change the opacity, and you can change the radius as well, but let's just see what happens if I drag this all the way to the side and the lower one as well. You see now everything in her face will be affected. I don't want that, so I'm going to bring everything in just a bit. And the whole thing is trial and error when it comes to the parametric mask. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to move the sliders around a little bit. I'm going to show you the end result, how I have the mask, and then we'll move on from there. And this is how I'm going to keep it. So I've got all the things over here. This is like the feathering, and these are the exact spots. So let me switch off that mask. Now what I want to do is I want to change the paleness of her skin to make it a bit more orange. So I'm going to place the hue inside the orange, like so. I'm going to increase the saturation, and the same goes for the midtones. So I'm going to place that around the same, like so. I'm going to increase the saturation as well. Another thing that I'm going to change is the factor, darken everything a little bit. There you go, but let me show you guys something. You can definitely see that I've done something to her face. So this looks awful. So I'm going to change that by changing the mask blur. So I'm going to increase the blur. I'm going to increase it a little bit more. And now you can't really see that I've done something to her face. So let me just put it to fit the screen again. And there you have it. So let me show you the original, which is this. And now let me show you the new one. I'm going to take a snapshot so I can show you guys again. I'm going to select the screenshot and I'm going to select the original. I'm going to use this slider to show you guys a before and an after. So this is before, the right side. And this is the after. So she's got a lot more color in her skin, and I think that looks amazing. And that's it. Those are two ways to change the skin tones in Darktable. The first way is using a white balance module. The second way is using the color balance module and tweak the highlights and the midtones a little bit by using a drawn and parametric mask. So let me show you guys a before and after from the first and second picture. So this is the first picture without my edit. This is the first picture with my edit. This is the second picture with no edit. This is the second picture which I've edited. So I hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Feel free to ask me any questions you have. And there's this one more thing left for me to say, which is make love to the like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit that bell button to be the first to be notified when I drop a new video. And until next time, doei!